Hello, this is Dr. Kay Sweetser with San Diego State University, and I'm going to show you how you can use your Facebook Insights along with a content analysis listening campaign to better understand what's happening on your Facebook page. Today I want to focus on what or why people unlike your Facebook page. So the example that I'm going to walk you through is actually made up of fake data. The data on my screen is not real Facebook Insight data. I'm going to pretend that this data belongs to the dressmaker Lilly Pulitzer. So in my Facebook Insights, there's a lot of information here in the key metrics area. I'm only going to deal in the beginning with 2 columns, and I'm going to create a 3rd column. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I am going to try to understand, knowing that people are going to unlike my page every single day. But is a particular day higher or lower than my average in people unliking my page? If a number is higher than average of people unliking my page, whatever I did on my page that day was bad. It drove people away. If people are unliking my page at a lower rate than average, that means that I'm doing something right and I'm retaining these viewers and these fans on my page longer than I normally would. So I'm going to create a new column off to the side of my daily unlikes here, and I'm going to call it monthly unlike average. So the first thing I need to do as I try to figure out the average is to compute it. So I have a whole month's worth of data here, and I'm going to find out what my average unlike was. So I'll type in =, average, and then I'm going to select the whole month of daily unlikes and press enter. And that shows me that for this particular fake Facebook Insights data set, I have an average of 24 unlikes every day. So I'm just going to type in 24 again, and then I'm going to copy this all the way down to the end of where my data is, the last day of that month, so that I can have this data appear on the graph that I'm about to make. So in order to make my graph, I'm going to select the date column, and then I'm going to press down on the Command key on my Mac, and I'm also going to select the daily unlikes data and label, and the monthly unlike average, which was this new column that I just created. So I have essentially three columns of data highlighted. I'm going to go into charts, and I'm going to create a 2D line chart. Now, here is my chart. The red line, now you'll see why I created that 24 over and over and over, because the red line here is 24, and this shows me what my monthly average of unliking is. So on a day where it dips way beneath my average, on this particular day, on January 21st, I was doing fantastic. Only 17 people unliked me when I really expected 24 to unlike me. So I was doing something right that day. So this line is a really nice visual to show me if something is happening above or beneath the mean. And the red line here, my 24, is what I expect for people to unlike me every single day. So let's focus on the biggest change here. The biggest change is right up here on this day. On January 3rd, I had 40 people unlike me. This is the most number of people all month who had unliked me, and you saw that it was a rising spike there. So I want to figure out, what was I doing on this day that caused so many more unlikes than I would have expected. This is where your triangulation comes in. Triangulation is when you're not just going to look at one data set, you're going to look at several data sets and several data points in order to understand what is happening, to truly do data analysis. So you're going to have to overlay your content analysis listening project that you've done. Essentially, you're going to go into that project and you're going to find out what was happening on January 3rd. Now, again, this was fake data that I'm working with, but for the purpose of this video, I'm pretending that it was for Lilly Pulitzer. So if I had a higher than average unlike on January 3rd, I want to figure out what happened on January 3rd. So I see first on the 2nd, I had a normal 5x5. On January 3rd, I had an external link to a news organization, and it had a photo in it, and I had a hashtag. And that was the only thing I posted that day because my next post was on January 6th, and it was another 5x5. So I would look to see in my listening campaign, in my data analysis, my content analysis, what was different about this day than other days. What I might do is look at the other days that I had spikes. So maybe I would look at, say, the 7th or the 18th or the 25th. And what I would do is I would try to see what happened on the 3rd, the 7th, and the 25th that was common, because that might reveal to me why people were unliking my page at a higher than expected number. So this is one way that you can use your content analysis listening campaign to overlay that data on your Facebook insights in order to provide true triangulation and data analysis to determine what is happening on your site and why. So with that, happy Facebooking and analyzing.